Welcome back to Apple Tree Allotment. Down here on Sunday morning, nice and early. It's about 6:30 in the morning. It's nice and cool right now, so I thought I'd come down and have a bit of a water and a bit of a look around. I haven't been down so much this week. It's rained, start of the week it rained quite heavily, and the temperatures dropped off. After Monday, it dropped off down to the sort of low 20s, down to 20, 21, up to about 24 Celsius. So we're not had such heat, and we've had a few days where it's rained a little bit. So I haven't come down here and watered hardly at all. Really had a bit of a break this week. So I thought I'd come down today. There's not really any jobs to do. I'm going to have a look around, see how everything's getting on. Might check some of the sweet corn. Just noticed some of more of that's been eaten. So I'll see if there's any ready to be picked, just to save that. Yeah, there's a few things to show you. So have a little wander around. The beans doing really well. Really come up in the last couple of weeks. Got some nice green bean plants. So hopefully these will get big enough to have some beans on before it cools down too much. But they're growing nicely. The leeks in the same bed are doing well, starting to pick up a bit now after being transplanted. I think the peas in the bed next to them haven't liked this week so much. They're really struggling to get out of the ground, and I think I can see a few holes in the soil, so I think something's been digging in there. But some of the ones up the end here are coming up, so we might get some pea shoots if nothing else. But yeah, it was a bit of a gamble, a bit late, that bed. But yeah, I think it's just been too dry. I haven't been able to water enough to keep them going. And similar story with the carrots in this bed down here. It's just been too dry, and there's definitely some holes where something's been digging. So I think I might have missed my chance with those. Potatoes still all sort of going over now. Pretty much all the beds are falling over. So I might do some more clearing of those and just leave them in the ground for now. But yeah, clear off some more of the dead stalks and compost those. The other side, the spinach planted 2 or 3 weeks ago now. This hasn't come up too much more in the last week. There's a few little shoots looking okay. I think again this has probably suffered in the dry the last week. But hopefully a few of these will come up. We'll get a few spinach plants. I've not grown spinach before. I've grown chard, which is sort of similar, I guess. So yeah, we'll see how well it does. Leeks are still looking really good. We did harvest some the end of last week, and they were really good. So yeah, hopefully some more of these will get a bit bigger. But on the whole, they're looking really good. And the ones over here that I transplanted have really caught up. So they're looking good. This bed, so these were, I'm not sure if these are pumpkins. I think this one at the end is definitely a pumpkin. I'm not sure on that one. They're sort of catching up. I think they'll probably be too late, those two, to get any fruit this year. But it's worth a go. Chard is looking really good in this bed. Really grown. It's grown a lot this week actually. There's some nice colours coming through now. Some of the reds and the yellows I can see. This is the rainbow chard, so there's lots of nice colour in there. Yeah, so that's looking good. The bed I transplanted is not so good. Didn't get enough water this week, so I might replant some of those today. Just move a few more across, thin out the other bed. Yeah, that's sort of the chance. It was very hot when I transplanted them, so yeah, it's not unexpected that they didn't quite make it, but there's plenty more in there. Sweet corn, I think a lot of people this year are having trouble with sweet corn getting eaten. I'm not sure what's eating it because they're getting right up there. But yeah, it's definitely destroying my crop quite a bit, which is a real shame. So I'll have to have a look through, see if there's actually much in there now. There is some nice pumpkins growing, a nice orange, really red orangey one there. And a few more bits in this bed. But yeah, other than that, there's not a lot going on in there. In these beds, there's a few little of these little orange pumpkins. These two beds seem to be, I don't know if they're drier or they're not. They're not as certainly taken longer to get going than these other ones that were. I think they were planted at the same time, sown at the same time. We've got some nice pumpkins in here. Spotted quite a few around the other side. Some nice, really good ones down here. Different varieties there as well. So that's really good to see. Nice to have a few different ones. So yeah, so I spotted quite a few of those around. The mini corn actually seems to be doing much better than the normal corn. Quite thin. I've no idea how you harvest it when you harvest this, so I'll perhaps have a bit of a Google in a minute, see when you harvest that, because it's quite a long. It starts right down here and comes right up. So yeah, I've no idea, but we shall Google that in a minute. Patty pans. We've got these nice yellow-looking ones coming out over here now. A few on this plant. And then look next to it, these sort of, I guess these are green ones. I'm not sure to harvest. I think you could harvest some of these now. So I might take some of those. The one on this plant is really good. Nice big one. So they're doing okay. Beetroot is not doing so well. There's still a few little bits coming up, but it's struggling. I think I didn't manage to water this bed quite as much as the other beds. Sort of prioritised the stuff that was already up. So yeah, I think it's just not had enough in there. And over here, can't see any pumpkins as yet. There's a couple of little tiny ones at the ends. And this courgette plant is slowly growing away. Sort of struggling a little bit. I really struggled with the squash this year. Not really had a good year for squash. Pumpkins seem to be okay. Seem to be doing all right. Yeah, there's a few raspberries to pick. So I'll get a little cup out or something and pick some of those today. Lots of potatoes I could get, see if we can get some more bigger ones. And the chard is probably not that far off. Another couple of weeks we'll probably start picking that, I guess. Looks like it's growing away really quickly in this sort of warm but wet weather. So that's good. Yeah, so that's how the plot's looking. I think it really has suffered this year with all the drought. But yeah, hopefully we'll get a few more harvests, all these pumpkins, and all of our potatoes and beans, hopefully. had a little clean up of some of the potato beds, just taking out some of the tops that have died off, leaving in there for now until we've got a bit more room to store them at home. And I just picked out a few raspberries, so I'll take them home for breakfast. There might be a few more on there. I'll have a little look in a minute. That's about it for today. I've given everything a good water. With the water I've got, I brought down my containers again. So yeah, everything's had a good drink. Hopefully it's going to have a little bit more light rain tomorrow. But yeah, I still need to water every other day, I think. But yeah, I hope you enjoyed seeing how it's getting on. Pumpkins are definitely coming on well. They're looking good, look like they've survived the drought so far, okay. Climbing away. And the patty pans are looking good. I think I'll bring the kids down to harvest some of those. And we can plan in a meal this week to eat some of those, try them. See if we can get any more leeks in this week's food as well. So yeah, there's a few things to harvest and be getting on with. So yeah, I hope you're keeping well and harvesting lots from your plots. And I look forward to talking to you next week.